What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Healthier Choices Management. The highly anticipated spinoff is finally here. I want to go over a lot of the key data that investors need to know and go over everything else. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, there was 3 documents submitted to the SEC under HCWC, all of which were done on September the 11th. 2 amended S1s and 1 8A 12B form. And so under that 8A form, it goes over basically a lot of the key data that you need to know, including right here, the spinoff date. Spinoff will be effective as of 11:59 p.m. New York City time on September 12th, 2024. So the date is finally set. So I guess round of applause to HCMC, or I guess now HCWC, that you'll see a little bit more of. So they did it. A couple of things that you need to know though. They do have a record date as of September 9th, 2024. I have a feeling a lot of people are kind of overlooking that because just based on the volume over the last couple of days, especially on the 11th when this document was submitted. So I have a feeling a lot of people are overlooking that. But kind of moving on from this though, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. So ultimately 208,632 shares to kind of 4. So that's kind of the new ratio. Previously, it was 71,000 to 1. So they actually made it a little bit better because if you do the basic math, it's around 56,000 and change to 1. So they kind of did improve that. Previously, it was both that you'd get Class A and Class B common stock at an 80-20 ratio. Now it looks like it is a 75 to 25 ratio because for every 208,000 and change of HCMC, you are going to get 1 Class A and 3 Class B. Class B is going to be that locked up for 90 days. So your broker is going to administer all of that. And actually, in fact, your broker is going to administer everything. So you won't have to do anything behind the scenes. And luckily enough, they still did keep that where you're going to keep your HCMC and your HCWC. So you basically get some free shares if you want to think about it in a bad math kind of way, but ultimately better ratio. So I really do like that. So again, got to give credit when credit is due. And so that Class B is going to be locked up. They still do anticipate the IPO to be around $10. So they kind of are pricing it between $9 and $11. That's of Class A. Class B, again, won't be tradable for the first 90 days as what is outlined, I believe, somewhere in this document. But there's a lot of good information in here. There's Q&As, talks about the whole dividend policy because technically dividends are taxed at a different rate. So once again, just kind of be aware of that. And I have a feeling that's why some entities were selling out and probably will buy back into HCMC for that very purpose. You can kind of see just based on the volume, although they were kind of acting based on that information as of September the 11th. So it is what it is, but in my opinion, this is very good. A couple of things that, you know me, I like to play devil's advocate. Under the New York Stock Exchange's website, you don't see any IPO. So this is kind of, I don't know how often they do upload this. Again, things could change. They might be slow with this. And plus, with them submitting on September 11th, it is kind of last minute notice, if that kind of makes sense. So hopefully New York Stock Exchange will update their website behind the scenes. Same goes for even just looking for HCWC's website. As far as I was able to search, I haven't seen anything as far as that. HCMC still has their website fully functioning and everything like that. So you can kind of see that right here. So I don't know if they're just going to rebrand this, kind of take the same format, just make a HCWC version of this, but they still looks like they haven't really done all that much in updates. And one very weird thing that they haven't done, which I would have anticipated that they did, is they haven't actually submitted any news. So last news was on August the 6th, and that was in regards to their earnings. So I would have anticipated that HCMC was to put out news just to kind of clarify a lot of this, as what they did in 2023, I believe in April or somewhere around there. I think they did more of a Q&A kind of thing, but I don't know. That's kind of the basic summarization that you need, what investors need to know. One thing that you should be aware of is, yes, your broker is going to administer everything, but it is going to take time. Typically, in my experience, it will take a good about 2 days for your broker to receive it. So just anticipate it probably early next week. HCWC should be tradable probably first thing, again, assuming that this document is correct and everything, but you probably won't have shares immediately. It might take a little bit more of a lag, so it might be early next week, but still contact your broker if you guys haven't received it, or they might be able to kind of pick it up a little bit or whatever, if that makes sense. But still, I really like the fact that they did make the ratio a little bit better, and not only that, they did kind of put the ratio of class A to B in a better format. So again, it went from around 71,000 to 1 to now about 56,000 to 1. So let me know your thoughts on all this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link to this is in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.